When the Pentagon announced it was supplying Switchblade loitering munitions to Ukraine, the move was met with a wave of enthusiasm. Some people seemed to think the Switchblade was a superweapon that would win the war, so it was not surprising when the inevitable backlash set in. Wishful thinking on one side, and uninformed criticism on the other, have given rise to several stubborn myths about the Switchblade. Getting information about Switchblade has always been a challenge. U.S. Special Forces have been using them for over 10 years with virtually no information and no combat videos released. It is not surprising then that information from Ukraine has been sparse, but there is enough to give some insight. We even have videos of them being launched in combat, not seen from Iraq or Afghanistan. Sometimes described as a kamikaze drone, the Switchblade 300 is a 5.5-pound tube-launched weapon with wings and an electric propeller that unfold after launch, allowing to cruises at around 60 miles per hour. The operator uses the drone's thermal and daylight cameras to locate a target, lock on and destroy it. Specifically designed for difficult and fleeting high-value targets, the Switchblade provides unmatched precision. This may be tailored more to battling an insurgency than a full-on Russian invasion, but it has its uses. Myth 1: it doesn't work. A Javelin missile produces a satisfying explosion, sometimes followed by secondaries as ammunition or fuel in the target vehicles detonates. Its warhead weighs about 19 pounds, about 40 times as much as the Switchblade's. This means the Switchblade has comparatively little visible effect, so when the first ever video of a Switchblade engagement appeared, some viewers were not impressed. A Switchblade is seen from another drone striking a covered Russian machine gun position. The Switchblade's warhead is a highly directional fragmentation charge, triggered by a sensor which sets it off at a specific point midair, leading it to be nicknamed the Flying Shotgun. The one in the video goes off immediately in front of the covered position, with little obvious effect. 2 Russian soldiers nearby are seen running away. Some thought this looked like a fail. Ukrainian forces posted the video because it showed a successful strike. Without seeing inside the bunker, it is impossible to tell for sure, but the machine gun crew would have been well within the lethal radius of the Switchblade's shrapnel. It may not be visually impressive, but it can hit point targets that even a Javelin cannot reach. In a second video released by Ukrainian Special Forces, a Switchblade 300 is seen hitting a T-72B3 tank. While it does not have any effect on the tank, the crew are standing on top at the time and were undoubtedly casualties. Again, some may want more of an explosion, but taking out the crew may be the smart option, especially if the vehicle can be captured afterwards. Myth 2: the U.S. is sending thousands of Switchblades, not hundreds. Multiple sources, some of them apparently well-informed insiders, state that the U.S. is supplying far more Switchblades than the numbers informed. This is because a Switchblade system is supposedly a single control unit plus 10 launch tubes, a claim originating from inside sources quoted by reputable news sites. According to this version, the 700 Switchblade systems committed to Ukraine actually means 7,000 munitions. This would be out of line with the other items listed by the Pentagon as bound for Ukraine: over 1,400 Stinger anti-aircraft systems, over 5,500 Javelin anti-armor systems, over 14,000 other anti-armor systems, where one system clearly means one weapon. Javelin control units are also reused, but one system is one shot. Someone suggested that the military might have a different way of counting to the makers. We can confirm 700 systems means 700 munitions. Myth 3: Switchblades are being shot down or captured. If a Switchblade operator cannot find a valid target before they run out of flying time, the drone disarms itself and drops out of the sky. Hence there are a number of pictures of Switchblades, often with claims that they have malfunctioned or shot down. There are even pictures of Switchblades which show every sign of having detonated, suggesting that they carried out their mission successfully rather than being downed as claimed. Shooting down a Switchblade would be quite a challenge, considering it comes towards you in its terminal dive at roughly 100 miles per hour, and the fuselage is no more than 3 inches across. It has virtually no infrared signature for a missile to lock onto.